raising children, and life in general. So if you are alive, if you're a father, a mother, a child, a teenager, a grandpa, grandparents, and you're interested in politics, this is where you should be. Today in my life, I would be making an African dish. We call it ofada sauce. All right. So I'm just going to share this morning with you. Okay. I guess I can do it like this. Okay. So ofada sauce. That's what we're making this morning. Sauce is quite a dish because you will have to remove the seeds from the pepper. So this is pepper. And you put it here. No, you should put it there. So it's quite a dish because it requires a lot of work. Requires a lot of work. This is my oil, my oil. And, I have my onions. Okay. So the first thing I need to do is to open up the seeds and open up the pepper and remove the seeds. Somebody that yeah, if not, you have too many seeds in your father's sauce. So my work is cut out for me. Uh, Here is my pepper. Okay, I have to open them up by one and remove the seed. Those are my onions. This is my oil, palm oil, and we have Iru locust beans, which is the main ingredients. Not like the main ingredient, but the unique ingredients in making ofada. So I got just a few of them. This should be enough for the quantity of pepper I'm using. So basically, all is set, all the ingredients are set. The only thing left is for the sweat and the work. All right, let's get to work. I'm dealing with pepper. I don't want capsaicin. Capsaicin is the name of the chemical in pepper that makes it hot. So I don't want that chemical called capsaicin to get to my hand. So I will wear a glove, get a nylon to protect my hands. So I'm geared up. Hello, you're welcome to my live stream. Please click the like button, leave a comment. You're watching an African dad making an African dish, and I'm making ofada. We call it ofada. So this is my pepper. You can see I'm geared up. I'm out of gloves, but this nylon still works. I have to open up this pepper and bring out the seeds. All right, and I have several of them. So let the work begin. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Capsaicin. Capsaicin. in case you don't know, is the name of the chemical in pepper that makes it hot. And I've had I've had my experience. So this dish that I'm making now is a unique dish. It's called the Ofada sauce. Um, in African Nigeria, Africa, you hardly see it in restaurants because it's quite complicated to make. I have to open up this pepper. Yeah, what do they call this pepper? I can't remember, but I think hmm, good. I think I'm back. So the power just went off. In Nigeria, is still an issue that we're dealing with, which is a shameful one. That in this age and time where technology has gone beyond power, that's what we're still dealing with. And that is why we are advocating for this upcoming election to be different. People should come out and vote for the best candidate with our people, by the way. So, welcome to my live stream. This is Mama Kids, where we talk about raising children, politics, and life in general. So, if you're a child, if you're a mother, if you're a father, a grandpa, this is where you want to be. I'm currently making an African dish we call Ofada sauce. So, I'm with my pepper. I'm trying to slice them open and remove all the seeds. All right, this dish is very rare just because of the work it entails. All right, but if we want our children to be hardworking, we must show them hard work and not just tell them hard work. I can see two people watching me. My name is Mr. Roy. I'm from Africa, Nigeria to be precise. This is Mama Kids, and this is an African dad making an African dish in an African kitchen. All right, please do well to leave a comment, click the like button, and also subscribe to my channel. You can see I'm geared up in my way, all right, because I don't want the chemical in pepper called capsaicin to hurt my hands. All right, I was saying that I've had a fair share of that because I particularly like this meal, even though it takes a lot of hard work. So there was a time I used to believe that my hands were beyond capsaicin, that's the hotting of pepper. All right, but I got a rude shock of my life after doing this. That's opening the pepper and removing the seeds, right? Opening the pepper because you don't this dish you don't use tomatoes, it's just pepper. So if you don't remove the seeds, it will be way too spicy. So what you do is that you remove the seeds. Somebody will say, Mr. Ray, that's a lot of work, but that's what the dish entails. Please click the like button and do well to subscribe to my channel. Do well to subscribe to my channel. We are almost live 5 times in a day. Thank you so much. Can see someone liking the live stream. All right, please leave a comment. It's an interactive one. It's an interactive one. We talk about life in general. We talk about raising children, and we also talk about world politics from Africa to Asia to Europe. We're here to just talk while we raise our children in the right path. All right. So I was telling you my bad experience with pepper sometime. So, you know, sometimes I can be a bit of a perfectionist. All right. So I removed the seeds. I didn't even want to see any single seed. So, and I was using my bare hands. After doing it, I get the shock got out of my life. It was so hot for like 40 minutes. I could not do anything. I used detergent to wash the hands. I used oil, palm oil, granite oil. I put ice on it. Oh my God, to just relieve you while the ice is still making contact with the place. But immediately you remove the ice, it begins to hot so badly. I could not even sit, I could not even think. It hotted for like 40 minutes, then it just suddenly disappeared. Okay, so we're currently making ofada sauce. Okay, I'm live. All right. Okay, yeah. That means you have to remove the seeds so that it's not too spicy. And the work is removing the seed, and exactly that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. So the first thing, I remove the stud, the pepper, that's called the green part. I remove it. You can see it's gone. Then I slice the pepper open so I have space to remove the seed. Mr. Roy, that's a lot of work. Yeah, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. That's why the dish is expensive and very rare to get. Special, expensive, and rare to get. Welcome to my live stream. This is Mama Kids. Do well to subscribe if you haven't. Click the like button, leave a comment. Interactive stream is an interactive stream. You can ask any question, talk about politics, talk about life, talk about challenges of raising children. Talking about challenges of raising children, I remember having a conversation with a parent. The child wasn't doing well in school, and I was contacted to come and teach the child. And I told the parent that from my little experience as a home lesson teacher, what is most important, what is most relevant, not even more relevant, most relevant to the proper performance of a child in school is his or her sleeping pattern. A child who sleeps well will most likely do well in school. So I can tell you for free that if your child is struggling in school, look at his sleeping pattern. Look, does he sleep early? There's a reason why the night is dark. There's a reason why the night is dark. So if you have a child that stays awake all through the night, it's really a bad sign. It's not a good thing. When they are adults and you decide to do that, so be it, but not when they are children that we can control. And that's why you see, it's almost a culture in the developed world, for children to go to bed early. You see, usually the children will want to stay awake, but you see, the lights will be off at a certain time so that children will go to bed. A child that sleeps well is a child that will be able to think well. And a child that thinks well is a child that will do well, most likely do well in school. So one single factor that I have seen that affects the mental health or that affect the performance of a child in school or in class is the sleeping pattern. Most children that do not do well in school, that are evidently not doing well, check their sleeping pattern, there's a problem with it. When other children are sleeping, they are playing computer games. When other children are sleeping at 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, that's when they are watching movies. And you see, this sleeping pattern is physiological. It's not just something you wish to life. You have to work at it. You have to make sure they have it. In the brain, there's what we call the circadian rhythm. The circadian rhythm. It's not so you can't just tell yourself, I want to sleep by 8. You have to develop it. You have to develop your circadian rhythm to work with it. Right? You have to develop your circadian rhythm to work. So, welcome to my live stream. Please click the like button. Drop a comment. Chat box, then more. drop a comment. It's an interactive live stream. Please click the like button, subscribe to my channel. We're currently talking about the sleeping pattern of children and how it affects their performance in school. All right. So, the one single most important factor in how your child will perform in school is a sleeping pattern he or she goes to bed and when they wake up. You go to bed at 8 o'clock, you wake up at 11 and you stay awake for the next 2 hours before you go to bed. The child will most likely, have issues. And tell you for free, children that are doing abysmally bad in school don't sleep early or don't wake up late enough. You don't sleep enough. They don't sleep enough. And I always tell people that you see the rest, what you call rest, is actually sleep. Any other rest that does not include sleep is not true rest. Welcome to my channel. Hello, hello. Leave a comment. I want an interactive session, okay? Not a monologue. I want it to be a dialogue. Click the like button, leave a comment. So, the sleeping pattern of a child directly affects the performance of the child in school. And I was saying that you cannot wish it. Nobody says, I want to sleep by 7 and they sleep by 7. You have to develop it. You have to create that rhythm. In the brain, there's what is called the circadian rhythm. Circadian rhythm is about when to sleep and when to wake. You have to develop it. So you must ensure that your children go to bed early, 7, 8. They must eat early so that they can begin to go to bed early. Oh, my child don't like to sleep early. Turn off the lights. Once it's 7:30, once it's getting close to bedtime, turn off the lights and take it seriously. A lot of parents don't know this. Your child is struggling in school. It's because the child is not sleeping enough. Please click the like button, leave a comment and interactive section, please. The child is not sleeping enough. And you cannot just say sleep at 8 and the child will sleep. You have to develop it. By the time the child starts to sleep at 8, he does that for 2 weeks. You see, the child will start getting used to it. A child that sleeps well is a child that will be able to think well because his mental state will be quite stable. And a child that thinks well is a child that would learn well. So, sleeping pattern is one single most important thing a child needs to perform well in class. All right, please leave a comment, click the like button, and welcome to my live, the Mama Kids Live. And I'm currently making ofada sauce. I'm working on my pepper. I think they call it chili pepper. All right. So what I'm trying to do right now, I'm removing the green part of the pepper and I'm slicing the pepper open and removing the seed. This is an African dish called the ofada sauce. All right. But while I'm doing that, we are also gisting. So if you have a gist, if you have something you want us to talk about, just drop it on the comment section and we'll talk about it. Welcome to my live stream. This is Mama Kids, where we talk about raising children, life in general, and politics. And I'm currently making an African dish that we'll call the ofada sauce. Ofada sauce is rare because it takes a lot of time to make. And the main ingredient is pepper. Pepper. And you have to slice it open and remove all the seeds. And that's what I'm doing now. Why are you wearing nylon? Well, I'm out of gloves, but I don't want the pepper to hurt me and I have to make it this morning. Okay? So I don't want capsaicin. Capsaicin is the name of the chemical in pepper that hurts. Alright, please do well to subscribe to my channel, click the like button, and leave a comment. So my name is Mr. Roy. I'm from Nigeria in Africa, and I'm in an African kitchen making an African dish, and I am an African. This dish is called your father sauce, and his main ingredient is the pepper. You can imagine making something like a stew with only pepper. So you see, you have to remove the seeds because the seed is where the capsaicin really resides. So if you don't want this stew or the dish to be too spicy, you have to cut the pepper open, right, and remove all the seeds. Mhm. 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 So once I'm done removing the seeds, then we'll go to the next stage. It's a lot of work, but the food is actually worth it because it's so yummy. Yummy dish. For the enemy meant for evil, God has turned it around, turn it around. For the enemy meant for evil, God has turned it around for my good. For the enemy meant for evil, God has turned it around, turn it around. For the enemy meant for evil, God has turned it around for my good. All right, so sleeping pattern of a child. So it's something you have to be intentional about. I remember in my father's house, large house, close to 20 children, I think even more than 20 children. Once it is 9 o'clock, my father was even generous. Most people do 8 o'clock. Once it is 9 o'clock, everything goes off. Television, lights. And once you do that, the sleep, there is a hormone in the human body that is largely responsible for sleep. It's called serotonin. That hormone is stimulated in the dark. You understand? So if you want somebody to sleep at a particular time, switch off everything. Let there be silence, and the spirit of sleep will arrive. So that's one way. The child is having, and you have to start early. You understand? Child raising, it has to be done early. You don't say when they are grown, that's when I'm going to be doing the work. No, you have to start early. Early. Once the child can understand A and B, understand what you're saying, that's when the serious work of child raising begins. You understand? So very, very important. So you start early before it gets used to them. So imagine starting at 3 and the child already knows that sleeping time is 8 o'clock. You know, by the time she does that for like 6 months, she'll be used to it at 8. Even if you don't switch off the light, she's feeling sleepy already. Welcome to my live stream. This is Mama Kids, where we talk about raising children, politics, and life in general. We're currently making an African dish, an African in an African kitchen, and the name of the dish is ofada sauce, and the main ingredients is pepper. So the first thing you have to do, because you don't want your dish to be too spicy, cut the pepper open and remove the seed. That's exactly what I have been doing. So we're done removing the stuff. On the enemy meant for evil, God has thrown it around, thrown it around. For the enemy meant for evil, God has thrown it around for my good. For the enemy meant for Gonna turn it around for my good. For the enemy meant for evil. Gonna turn it around, turn it around. For the enemy meant for evil. When we cook in Africa, you have to be singing. Mhm. It makes the food very delicious. You see an African cook, as they cook, they sing because they believe that is the most important ingredient of the food. All right, the next phase is to remove the seeds, remove the stalk, and cut my pepper open. So, what next? Open it and remove the seeds. I'm going to use my knife to scrape out the seeds. It looks something like that. Use my knife to just bring out the seeds. Exactly what I'm going to do for more than 50 of them. Mr. Roy, all this work to just eat food. Yeah, all this work to eat a quality food. Yes. Welcome to my live stream. This is Mama Kids live stream where we talk about life, politics, and raising children. Oh, the enemy meant for evil. You have to be careful here because if you're not careful, the seed can just pop into your eyes and you have yourself to blame. All right, so I'm currently removing all the seeds from the pepper. I have to be very careful so I don't hurt myself. Welcome to my live stream. This is Mama Kids. Click the like button, subscribe to my channel. This is where we talk about raising children, politics, and life in general. Please do well to leave a comment, do well to subscribe as well. So I'm currently making a fada sauce and I'm trying to remove the seeds from the pepper. Of course, if you don't remove the seed from the pepper, nobody will be able to eat your food to be too spicy. Welcome to my live stream. Please do well to subscribe and click the like button and also leave a comment. It's an interactive live stream. We talk about raising children, we talk about life in general, and we talk about politics. We've talked about the relevance this morning already. We've talked about the relevance of bedtime in the growth of children. You know, from my little experience, I've said it so many times, the time your child goes to bed is so fundamental to how they will perform in school. So, in case you're wondering why your child is not doing well in school, first look at how sleeping pattern is. When does he go to bed? When does he wake up? Does he wake up in the middle of the night? Because you see, the brain has to rest for it to work well. The brain has to rest for it to work well. Yes, you can rest your muscle going to the beach. You can rest your muscle stretching your legs. But the rest, the brain understands is sleep. In fact, there are some sleep that will still disturb your brain. Like when you're dreaming, the brain will still be working. But you won't be dreaming all the time. So sleep is very important, fundamental to the mental well-being of any child, and by extension, his or her performance in school. All right, so we've talked about that already. But I'm currently making a fada sauce, an African dish, and its main ingredient is pepper, chili pepper. And what we're doing, we're removing the seeds carefully so that our food will not be too spicy. Click the like button, please. Welcome to my live. Click the like button. Do well to subscribe to my channel. This is an African father making an African dish in an African kitchen. All right, I'm making a fada sauce. Main ingredients is pepper, and I'm removing the seeds of the pepper so it's not too spicy. That's a lot of work, right? But it's worth it because the food is super delicious. Super delicious. Please tell me where you are from. Tell me where you're from. Leave where you're from in the comment section. If you're from Pakistan, if you're from India, if you're from Kenya, if you're from any country in Africa, Cameroon, Congo, South Africa, Zambia, Zimbabwe, please leave in the comment section. I really want to know where you are from. Okay? And tell me the issues you're having with raising your child or dealing with your parents. All right? Because that's what we talk about here. Apart from making delicious meal, we talk about raising children. So if you're a parent, talk to me. If you're a child, a teenager, talk to me as well. For the enemy meant for evil, God has turned it around. Turning it around. Hello, welcome to my live stream. Please click the like button, subscribe to my channel because here is a lot of knowledge in raising your child, in dealing with your parents. Please tell me where you're from. If you are from Congo, India, Nigeria, Lagos, please tell me where you are from. Oh, good. Hallelujah to the land. I guess so. To the land. Can I drink now? Oh, go, oh, go. Hallelujah to the land. Well, work is in progress. I'm almost 20% done with this meal. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Welcome to my life. Please leave a comment and tell me where you're from. This is an African dad making an African dish in an African kitchen. So we talked about Dolly Parton yesterday and how her death is a lot of great loss to humanity. Dolly Parton made a lot of impact in our lives with her songs. My favorite was Coat of Many Colors. I posted yesterday that some of us literally had to go through the eye of the needle to make it to where we are today. We suffered our way to where we are today. And Dolly Parton played a huge role in that. One thing these actors, these entertainers, especially those ones that are doing it right, for most, in fact, for me now, and the entertainment industry is almost the devil's industry, and as a parent, you have to be very, very careful, very, very careful to build your children in such a way that they align too much with the entertainment industry, because it's becoming less godly by the day. I said something yesterday. When we were growing up, secular music, right, could almost double for the gospel music of today. You had songs that would say, "If you love me, you go wait for me. Onye can win you and Sonny Ade," right? Yeah, those were songs telling you that don't indulge in premarital sex. Those were the secular songs that we knew. They could actually double. They are more gospel than some of the gospel songs today. So growing up, when we say secular, we don't mean devilish. But today, that's what we're saying. So The entertainment industry is an industry parents should be very careful about. Even if your child is a gospel artist, you have to watch very, very closely. Because I feel the entertainment industry is fast becoming the devil's industry. Anyways, back to Dolly Parton. You know, when we were growing up, songs like that were very inspirational. So when you're down and lonely, in your own corner, battling battles that nobody is aware of, when you remember songs like that, when you remember songs like that, you're just fired up. You know, full of many colors, my mama made for me. Made only from rags, but I was so proud of it. Although I had no money, but I was rich as I could be. In my coat of many colors, my mama made for me. You know, very deep song, and you can see the tributes from every corner of the world. You know, so songs can transform societies. It's not even can. Songs have transformed societies. You know, if you're not very, if you've not really thought about it, you think songs are just sounds. They are not. They shape the mind of the society. You wonder today, why is my child not patient? What kind of songs are they listening to? Compare a generation where we listen to Celine Dion. Compare that generation where we see songs like I'm alive when you call on me. You can call those songs love songs. There's nothing wrong with love songs. But the pace of those songs, there's a way it affects the mind of the people. Now compare that a generation that listen to those kind of songs to the songs you're hearing today. The pace of songs alone is affecting the mind of your child, of the people, of the society. So you cannot put two children. Okay, so if you do this experiment, for instance, play the songs just to show you how. Oh my God, Pepe is already choking. Play the songs of Majek Fashek, for instance, the Nigerian legend. Oh God, I said the secular song. You know, Majek Fashek has a song that is titled Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit, mm, take over the world now. Do you understand? I mean, you listen to songs and you're conscious of your existence in the midst of the billions of other people in the world. You're fired up to be different and make an impact before you leave. Songs that make you understand your place in the hierarchy of life, that deepens your consciousness and your identity. What kind of songs do we hear today? Just empty. It's just sound. It's not a song. In fact, today we should be calling those songs sounds and not songs. So let's just do an hypothetical experiment. You bring two children, child A and child B, and you put one in an environment where they listen to Dolly Parton and Michael Jackson. Dolly Parton and Michael Jackson. My hypothesis is simple. My hypothesis is the kind of songs a child listens to will have a lot of impact in the kind of mind the child will have. Will have a lot of impact in the value the child will have, the kind of songs they listen to. That's my hypothesis. My experiment, I bring two children, child A and child B, and I put child A in room A, I put child B in room B. And I play songs that are deep to child A. I mean deep, songs that are that are morally sound, not too fast, uh, deepen your identity. When I talk about identity, I always talk about Bright Chimezie, another Nigerian legend, who sang a song of him taking ogbono soup to America. He didn't look down on himself. He took it there. Those are songs that will deepen your identity. I play those kind of deep songs. I play Onyeka Wenu and Sonny Ade. I play Onyeka Wenu, One Love, Being Us Together. When you listen to those kind of songs, you would want to love your nation. It will develop patriotism. In Nigeria, for instance, today, or in Africa, or even in the world, how many songs are like that? You still have some, but they are not like before. So when you play those kind of songs to child A in child room, and you play all those empty songs, a song that will tell you to go and be smoking weed, you play those songs to a child B after 10 years. When you bring them out, of course, every other thing will be constant. They will be eating the same food. Every other thing will be controlled. The only variable here will be the songs, the type of song you play. After 15 years, let's even say 20 years, you see there will be a difference. The child that is listening to One Love, Bind Us Together will be more conscious of nationhood. The child that listens to Bright Chimezie will believe more in his identity. While the other one is thinking of how he's going the other one is a club type. They don't add value to the nation like that. In fact, they reduce the value. Do you understand? A time will come in Africa where we have to have a conversation on the negative impact of this kind of songs in the classroom. You know, because you sell out stadiums does not mean your song is impacting the nation properly. Because you're bringing value monetarily to Nigeria does not mean that your song, because you see, like I said yesterday, the impact of these songs cannot be monetized. It's beyond monetization. So you cannot tell me that, but that song brought in let's say, 1 billion naira to Nigeria. What's the damage it cost? I mean, you can quantify 1 billion, quantify what it brought to Nigeria. But I'm telling you, as a song, you cannot quantify. If that song is damaging, you cannot quantify the damage it has done to the society. And so we must get to a point where we have that conversation. Is this song helping our children learn better? Is this song growing patriotism in children? Is this song making them uh, is this song deepening their identity? You know? So that's my hypothesis, my experiment, and my conclusion will be hypothetically that the child who you have exposed to the right songs would be a better child. You understand the world better and will see the need to add value to the world. I hope you enjoy that hypothesis, experiment, and conclusion. You get. I'll be right back. Okay, you're welcome back. Oh, are you cooking? Said hi. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What are you cooking? Wow, I'm cooking, making an African dish. You're welcome to my live. Thank you for leaving a comment. I like it interactive. I'm making an African dish called Ofada sauce. Sauce that its main ingredient is pepper. So I'm trying to remove the seeds first. So that will be the first thing you have to do. It's a lot of work, but it's delicious enough to worth it. Okay, it's delicious enough worth it. No, no, no. You are Yahweh. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Say, thank you so much. Odiri patience. Odiri patience. Odiri patience. Odiri patience. Odiri patience sounds like, do I know Odiri patience? But one thing I know is that Odiri patience is from Delta State. But that name is a Delta name. Wow. Odiri patience, please come back live. Hello, Odiri patience. Are you from Delta State? Are you from Delta State? It's clearly from Delta State, Nigeria. You are Yahweh. Mm-hmm. Babe, you are Yahweh. You are Yahweh. Alpha and Omega. You are Yahweh. Alpha and Omega. Hello, welcome to my live stream. Please do well to leave a comment. Hit the like button. Hello, Diri Patience. Diri Patience, where are you from? Tell me where you're from. You are Yahweh, Alpha and Omega. You are Yahweh, Alpha and Omega. You are Yahweh, yeah. You are Yahweh, Almost done removing the seeds. Once I'm done removing the seeds, I'm 50% done with the work. You are Yahweh. I don't know whether I should do that. There we go. You are Yahweh. Whoa, 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 whoa. You are Yahweh. Alpha and Omega. In Africa, when we cook, we have to sing. That's the most important ingredient. That's very funny. You are Yahweh, Alpha and Omega, miracle worker. You are a miracle worker. Come and do a miracle today. Come and do a miracle, yes, a miracle today. Your name is Yahweh. Your name is Yahweh. You are the miracle working God. Your name is Yahweh. I need to finish this meal before my daughter wakes up. Yahweh. Your name is Yahweh. You are the miracle working God. Your name is Yahweh. Imela, oh Imela, Okaka. Welcome to my live stream. Currently making an African dish. Called the father sauce. Main ingredients: pepper, what we call shombo in Nigeria. I'm almost done removing the seeds. The first phase of the work. Once I'm done with that, I go to the next phase. Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. Only you deserve the glory in my life. Yes. Only you deserve the glory in my life. Oh, my irritation. That name sounds so familiar. Yeah. Oh mama, yeah. Oh mama, Jesus. Oh yeah, kiri. Oh mama. Pepper. You have to be very careful, not just with yourself, but even with the environment. You're not staying anywhere. Very careful. Somebody's already thinking, is this worth it? Yeah. Can't be eating one thing every day. You just have to do this sometimes. Let me show you. So I remove pepper, all of it. Okay. Remove the seed rather. So it's time to wash the pepper. I have 17%. Okay, so let's go. Let's go. Yeah, yes, I can even plug it here. Plug them this way. Doing it like that. Boom, 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 boom. The chat filter. I'm not filtering anything. Let everyone say what they want to say. Oh, hello, Mr. Leo. You're welcome to my live. Are you gay? Certainly not. Certainly not gay. Well, I'm currently making an African dish. Currently making an African dish of father sauce. You're welcome to my live. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. And let's talk. Let's talk. Where are you from, Mr. Leo? Sure. So when we say vote for the right person in Nigeria, you're living in Lekki, you don't have good water. Okay? The ocean is few kilometers or even meters or even in your backyard, yet you don't have clean water. And people are still carrying some people, very few people, even those few people is annoying enough. You're still carrying Tunube on your head. Okay? Better pot to where you should pot to. It's up Peter Obi, it's safe Peter Obi. Alright? So let's vote for the right person so that our lives can be better. Just imagine how much I'm spending every week just to make sure I cook with good water. I have to buy pure water to cook with, and that's a lot of burden. 80% of the so-called big men living on the island, this is exactly what they do. Which is quite sad. Nigerians deserve better. That's why we should vote for a Peter Obi. Okay? So I'm trying to wash the pepper. Like that, I remove more seeds and make sure that no sand. Oh my god, the pepper is so hot. No sand gets into my food. Okay, what do I do? What do I do? Let me rinse this bowl. We give you glory, Lord. Yes, yes. Uh-oh. What is it do? Glory, glory, Lord. You are the mighty God. Mr. Lee is asking if I am gay. Okay. I am not gay. But why do you ask? Glory, glory, Lord. Mr. Leo. We give you glory, Lord. Glory, glory, Lord. You are the mighty God. Yes. Pepper water. Can kill somebody with this. All right, the hard part has been done. I always say the course, believe in the process, and before you know it, you are done. Next thing is to cut my onions. Next thing is to cut my onions. Here's my knife. Okay. put this one. Okay, so I'm cutting my onions. Don't put too much onion so the food does not have too much of onion taste. The the aroma should be raw aroma, so you don't want your onion to come and overshadow that. Okay, so this amount of onions will be okay. Cut it into two. Cut it into two. Put this here. Put that there. Put that there. So what next? Okay, I need to select my crayfish. I need to select my crayfish. I need to select my crayfish. I am your worship. Receive the living sacrifice. I am your worship. I stand. Okay. Next thing is to select your crayfish. You don't want sand to get into it. And these days, well, it depends on the one you buy. That is very delicious. Depends on the one you buy. Some of them can be very dirty. You don't want to be eating germs and smiling, thinking that you're eating food. You want to select your crayfish carefully. Yeah, crayfish plays an important role in this meal. Yeah, you need to give it that crayfish flavor. Mhm. I have a brother that loves this meal so much that he actually hires people to make it for him. Make a lot of work, but it's worth it actually. And that my brother likes food a lot. He does not want to admit it, but he does like food a lot. Welcome to Mama Kids. This is where we talk about raising children, politics, and life in general. So if you're a child, if you're a parent, if you're a teenager, this is where you want to be. If you are a citizen, an active citizen, this is where you want to be. And if you are alive, of course, this is where you want to be. Because we talk about life in general. And one interesting thing is all these things are actually connected and related. All right? They are connected and related. One of the most important fundamentals, if you want to get a society right, is the family setting. All right? That's why countries who are sound, developed countries, they find a way to get into the home. You understand? There are ways there are things you will do in your home that the government will not accept. They will not accept it, you know, because they know that that is the foundation of any society. That is the foundation of any society. So what we're talking about are all interwoven. We talk about raising children. Of course, the job of the home. The home is like a factory that produces or that should produce great kids, great children. You understand? The job of the home is to raise children. And that's why we talk about that. Then we now talk about politics. Well, when we raise good children, then we can have good politicians. And all the wizards and witches that we have in Nigeria claiming to be politicians. Because for me, I do not accept that Nigeria we have politicians in Nigeria. Maybe except the Peter Obi that is clearly different. It's so different, But most of them, 99% of them are wizards and witches. They are not politicians. You know, saying that they play politics is an insult to the world, to the world politics. There is wizardry they are doing, you know. So, but when we raise good children, when we have good homes, we can raise good children. And when we have good children, we are going to have leaders who will put the society first and not their bellies. You understand? And not their bellies, and not their bellies, and not their bellies. Okay? So from there, then when the politics is right, life is right. You see the connection. That's why we talk about home, raising children, we talk about politics, then from there we talk about life in general because they are interwoven, they are connected. All right, welcome to my live stream again. This is Mama Kids, and this is Mr. Roy from Nigeria and Africa. Anywhere you're watching me from, you're welcome. What we do in Mama Kids channel, we talk about raising children, we talk about life in general, and we talk about world politics. So if you're a child, a parent, a grandparent, a teenager, a citizen, if you are alive, this is where you want to be. We go live several times in one day. All right. I'm currently making a father sauce, an African dish. African daddy making an African dish in an African kitchen. All right. I'm almost done, but I'm not done yet. No way. All right. I just quickly finish this. After this, I clean my room. I put water in my crayfish because there will still be some sand. I put some water so that I will the sand will sink. In chemistry, this is what we call what do we call it? This is not sieving. Well, this is not filtration either. What do you call it? You pour water, then it settles. Well, I don't know the chemistry separation technique, but the idea is you pour water, the sand will sink to the bottom, and well, maybe it's decantation, but you have solid crayfish here, so I just pick it out, or maybe it's just picking. Very delicious. Okay, next thing is to the main ingredient is the locust beans. You want your child to be homely, you have to be homely. So it cannot just be about telling the child, do this, do that, be homely. Be homely. It's not just about telling your sons that it's not only daughters that cook. You have to cook. They have to see it. Your action is too loud, but I cannot hear your voice. That's the basic principle of leadership and raising children. Anything you want your child to do, you have to be. Anything you want your child to do, you have to be. Not just do, you have to be. But a lot of parents know this, but yet they cannot do it because the hardship of the society. If you are in Canada, you may not be able to understand what I mean. If you're in the UK, you can't understand what I mean. But when you're in Africa, the hardship will not make a lot of parents do this. It takes a lot of gods to defy that. No, I have to do it. So you don't blame parents too much. Most of them do know these things. And that is why if you don't fix government, it will affect you so much that it will even affect your home and the structure of your home. And that's why we should all go out in this upcoming election and vote wisely. Don't say it does not affect you. It does. It's affecting you. I went live a few hours ago, and in the middle of my life, light went off. That is it affecting my work directly. Welcome to my live stream. Please click the like button, leave a comment. I'm currently making an African dish in an African kitchen. This locust beans is not the kind of locust beans I want. There are two types. You have the black and you have brown. The black is the one that is perfect for fada sauce. But because I couldn't go into the market yesterday, I had to just make do with this. So if you're making your fada sauce, make sure you get the black locust beans. Even though this is very fresh, it's very fresh, you can feel it, but it is not black. So I have to fry it with a lot of care. I will have to fry it with a lot of care so it doesn't get burnt. But it's very fresh. I'll give that to them. We're almost there. Almost there. Look at this. See, I'm supposed to wash my beans, the one I selected yesterday, and grind later today, but we don't have water. And the pure water guy is not here. So you see how government has delayed my work. The work I'm supposed to do today, the government has delayed it because they cannot give me water in my house. And the ocean is right in front of my house. You know, Nigerians must know that government affect them directly. They just have to think properly and realize that this cannot be about Yoruba. I posted a video. I posted a video. I did a video on the legendary Ogogo, who is late today. She's very, very sad. And I had to pull down the video out of respect for him so it does not sound like I am making his death political. I have too much respect for him to do that to his memory. But the greater point is hmm, the heel of the society that will refuse to fix today will come and haunt us. And when he's going to come, he's not going to say, "Oh, were you the one that supported me?" No, the tiger that we are feeding today will come and consume all of us. It will not discriminate. You're discriminating to choose him, but when he's coming to do his harm, he's not going to discriminate. You raise me high. Okay. Okay. Well, this one is locked. With it. Okay, so the next thing is to blend my pepper. Blending my pepper is the next thing. Moving. A lot of water for that actually. Ew. Look at this man. And this man, he also doing this, yeah. La 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 la. Hallelujah to the land, to the land. Oh, good, oh, good. Hallelujah to the land, to the land. That's a funny question, actually. Oh, good, oh, good. Hallelujah to the land, to the land. Okay. So, welcome to my live. Please click the like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I'm making a father sauce and it's time to blend. Okay. All right. So I'm trying to blend the pepper and I've removed all the seeds. Someone asked me if I was gay or if I am gay. I hope the person is not trying to say it's only gays that cook. Because that would be a misconception. Because that will be a misconception. What we are trying to teach here is that men should also cook. Don't just leave it for the women. If your men will become leaders of homes, they need to have a taste of what it's. Men that can cook, we appreciate their wives more because they know the work it entails. I've been here for over an hour now, trying to make a meal. When my wife makes this food, I will appreciate her more because I understand the work it entails. You can only lead well if you've experienced what you're telling the other person to do. You don't want to wake anybody up. All right. Need more water so that it can blend better. Better still. Let me push it inside. I don't need too much water because I'll be frying it. At least I also need it to blend well. Yeah. Okay. So I was just thinking about this making this food entails in making it's a lot of work. I'll say fry the oil and everywhere will be smoky and you'll be wondering all this work just for one meal. But it's so delicious. Sometimes you just crave for it. I needed to satisfy this craving. Okay, I think that is okay. And now can I just start frying the oil? Okay, today. Yes, hold this way. Jésù ló lágbára àtògbò. Ew, not picking again. Jésù ló lágbára àtògbò. Jésù ló lágbára àtògbò. Okay. Jésù ló lágbára àtògbò. All right, so this will go back in. You need to blend it. So I'm seeing that some pepper did not Welcome to my live stream. I'm currently making ofada sauce and I am blending my pepper. You can leave a comment, tell me where you're from. Tell me where you're from. And let's talk. Okay, that's another skill, right? Wash with my hand before I do sorry for myself. Unto the Lord be the glory. Great things he has done. Unto the Lord be the glory. I really don't know why the color is changing to blue. Maybe it's trying to maximize the quality. Great things he has done. Greater things he will do. Unto the Lord be the glory. Great things he has done. He be permanent. It must be permanent. All my God has done for me. It is permanent. oil, for the Lord has done for me. It is permanent. It must be permanent. It has always been permanent. What the Lord has done for me. It is permanent. Be like man. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. Yes, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This let it shine, let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Little light of mine. I'm gonna let it this little light of mine. Palm oil. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, God. Let it shine. Let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. I am making all Father, and I'm almost done. Very soon you will see delicious food. I'm making all Father, and I am almost done. Oh, I'm making all Father, and I am almost done. I'm making all Father, and I am almost done. Very soon you will see delicious food. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light. I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, do you really right or not? I'm gonna let it shine. You really right or not? I'm gonna let it shine. So let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Come on, I'm making all Father. And I'm almost done. Oh, I'm making all Father. And I'm almost done. I'm making all Father. And I am almost done. Very soon you will see delicious food. I'm making all Father. Oh, I'm making all Father. Delicious food. Little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Whoa, this little light of mine. And then I dreamt and I was singing. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, yeah, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, let it shine. Okay, now it's time to add the pepper. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, yeah. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. This little light of mine. And I am almost done. Yeah, I'm making no father. And I am almost done. I'm making no father. And I am almost done. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Yeah, I'm making all of that. No, I'm almost done. Yeah, oh, I'm making all of that. I'm almost done. I'm making all of that. Yeah, I'm almost done. Very soon you will see delicious food. Now we should wait for it to fry. But I have a special number to present. I'm making all fada. Yeah. And I am almost done. Ooh, I'm making all fada. Yeah. And I am almost done. Ooh, making all fada. And I am almost done. Very soon you will see delicious food. Woo! I'm making love Father, and I am almost done. Oh, I'm making love Father, I am almost done. I'm making love Father, and I am almost done. Very soon you will see delicious food. Alright, so basically I'm 90% done. Brought out the pepper, removed the seeds, blended the pepper, brought out iru, cleaned and washed the iru, brought out crayfish, select the crayfish, remove the bad side or the sandy part or the bad part, and I blended everything together. Then put the oil on fire, let it bleach. Then you put your locust beans first, which we call the iru. Then it fries a bit. You pour your pepper with your crayfish and your onions. And you're good to go. You just wait for it to fry. Then you spice it up. You season it. That's the word. You season it. I'm making no father. Oh, and I am almost done. Oh, I'm making no father. And I am almost done. I'm making no father. Yeah, and I am almost done. Very soon you will see delicious food. Okay, what else can I be doing? This is fun. I've been given a special warning not to mess up this kitchen. So I have to start arranging the kitchen because I have a very bad habit of scratching everywhere when I'm cooking. Hey, I'm making more father, and I am almost done. Whoa, I'm making more father, and I am almost done. I'm making more father, and I am almost done. Very soon you will see delicious food. Yes, so I'm making more father, and I am almost done. Oh, I'm making more father, and I am almost done. I'm making more father, see delicious food. I'm making all Father. You, and I'm almost done. Oh, I'm making all Father. And I am almost done. Making all Father. And I am almost done. Very soon you will see delicious food. And then and I am almost done. I'm making all Father. Oh, Father. I am almost done. Very soon you will see delicious food. I'm making all Father. Please subscribe to my channel. Oh, and click like button, and that will be so great. I'm making all Father, and I am almost done. Very soon you will see delicious food. Can't start washing yet. I need to finish up with this. And meanwhile, I'll start getting water together. Alright, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'm making water. Everywhere is smoky. That's the work this food entails. What am I making? I am making Father sauce. I'm making Father, and I am almost done. Whoa, I'm making Father, and I am almost done. I'm making Father, and I am almost done. Very soon you will see delicious food. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. Oh, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Whoa, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. Whoa, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, this little light of mine, yeah, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it rain, you're almost done. I'm making all fire. And I am almost done. Yes, I'm making all fire. And I am almost done. I'm making all fire. And I am almost done. Very soon you will see delicious food. I'm sizzling my fire sauce. I'm making all fire. And I am almost done. Oh, I'm making all fire. And I am almost done. Put some more salt. I'm making all fire. And I am almost done. Very soon you will see delicious food. Soon you will see delicious food. Very soon you will see that doesn't work. Delicious food. Okay, I'm making all father, and I am almost done. Oh, I wish you can smell the aroma. Mm, it's magnificent, magnificent, heavenly, divine. No, Father, and I am almost done. Taste my food. You know what I need to add. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Give me some seasoning. Adding water. Wimutete, wayoroga. Wimutete, wapari Jesu kwenuwo. 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 Oh my God, smoky. Right. This is nice. Add water. Almighty God, hallowed be your name. Almighty God, hallowed be your name. Go for Peter Abid, I know hear what. In 2023, even though I know that in this 2027, I don't hear what. I'm here in Lekki using pure water to cook, while the ocean is 2 meters away from me. See that irony? Is that not ironical? Very, very. You're living a few meters away from the ocean, yet you don't have pipe-borne water into your house. You have to be buying sachet water. You don't know how healthy it is. Because if NAFDAC is saying people cannot buy sachet alcohol, why is it okay for them to buy sachet water? Maybe because water is neutral. You know, pH of water is 7. Alcohol is certainly not neutral. So maybe, but I know of microplastic. So it's not too healthy, but what can we do? That's why we are oversubscribed to God. And if heaven was empty, 80% of the subscription will be from Nigeria. That's exactly what it is actually. Wemo tete, wayo roga. Wemo tete. You see, when you're tasting food, it's important you allow the food to cool down because your taste buds don't work well under high temperature. That's free physiology class. So don't taste the food when it's hot. Your taste buds are not working so well at high temperature. So you want the food to cool down before you taste. All right. Our father sauce is done. Our father sauce is done. Gas is done. So thank you so much for joining the live. Food is done. Our father sauce is done. Took us almost 2 hours to make. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.